Hello everyone and welcome to the very first 4J Media Live webinar. I thank you so much for being here, and today I'm going to talk about how to get started with text editors. So let's go to our trusty Google machine and we're going to type in google.com. I'm going to type in top 10 text editors, and you're going to see here we got Sublime Text, Atom, Vim, Brackets, Notepad++, and others. And so I'm going to focus on Sublime Text, Atom, Brackets, and Notepad++. I'll show you how to download them. I'll show you some of the features that they have so that you can make an educated decision on which one works best for you. All right, so let's start with Sublime Text. Okay, so let's click on if you right click and hit open a new tab, or if you click the little roller on your mouse, that will open up a new tab in Firefox, what I'm using. Click on Sublime Text right here. So you can see right here, this is what Sublime Text looks like. Okay, so it's all color coded based on which language you're using. And I'm gonna be honest, I use this every day and I absolutely love Sublime Text. I even love it more now because now they have Sublime Merge, introducing our Git client, Sublime Merge, so you can work with Github. And that's a topic I'm going to be talking about later this week, is the GitHub features and how it interacts with Sublime Text. So Sublime Text is free to try up here. Okay, so you can download it for Windows. You can buy it. If I click on buy, you see right here, buy Sublime Text. The total is $80. Now here's the thing. If you buy one license today for 80 bucks, you don't have to buy any more licenses, because they do it, licenses are per user rather than per machine. So you can enjoy Sublime Text on as many computers as you want. So that's a great feature and a great thing to offer on Sublime Text, is that. So let's go to the software real quick. I do have it installed already. So you can kind of see here, I had a blank project, and this is something I was working on. Close that out. So I'm going to hit Control N. Now you don't have to download anything right now. I'm just going to show you a couple features, and then we're going to go on to the next one. So Control N is a shortcut that will create a new file, and then to save you hit Control S. So I'm going to save this to my desktop just so I can show you kind of some of the things that it offers. So let's do test.html, and I'm going to type in HTML and hit tab. Now if you look at this line right here, okay, this is the Git Merge that they're talking about. So let me hit tab. Okay, so if we were to merge this with GitHub, all this green lines here would be pushed to GitHub. So what they're doing now is and this is a brand new feature. What they did is they created the merge so you can put any code that you type in here, you can save it on GitHub, okay, which is a really cool feature. The other thing, if you look down here, right now I'm on PHP. I want to put it on HTML so you can kind of see the difference. It doesn't change a lot, but what I like about this program specifically over other ones is the colors that they use, and you can totally customize this. So let's go to preferences real quick. Go to color scheme, and you see here we can do breakers. Whoa. You can do that one. Let's look at a couple other ones that they have here. Okay, that one's a nice one too. That's the one I think I have it set at, and then that one. So you have options to change the theme, and you can download themes too. Font, you can make it larger or smaller. Now here's a trick. If you hold Control and use your scroller on your mouse, you can zoom in as much or as little as you want. I like to keep it about right here so I can get everything on the line. You know, I don't like to have to return when I'm writing on the line of code. So that's very helpful. The other thing that's nice is when you click here, if you're trying to find out where the end of your tag is, if you're, let's say you're taking over for someone or you're working on a project that someone else started, if you click on the end tag here, you see how it's underlined? So what it will do is it'll find the other tag here, okay? Which is really nice. The other cool thing, I'm just going to type a couple things on here. So let me do an H1. Okay. Okay, come on. Normally this autofills. I don't know why it's not doing that. There we go. So it autofilled. So let's do test 2019. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another H2 test 2019. Now let's say that you wanted to edit these two, and you wanted to change it to 2020. So what you do is you double click on the first one and then hold Control and double click on the second one and type in 2020. Okay, so it gives you the ability to do multiple lines of editing. So if I wanted to edit here and here, 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 you just hold Control and click, and then you can start typing. This is another line here. Okay, so now I just edited 9 lines of code at once instead of having to, line by line, go and edit every line, okay? Okay, and then you just click once, and that will undo what you were doing. Now, the other thing I'm going to talk about quickly is tabbing. So right now I have it on tab size is 4. You can do 8. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 to 8 is what you can do. I like using 4, so I keep it there, but you can set that up as whatever you want. The other thing too that's cool is if you go to project, add folder to project. So let's make a folder here quick. Test project. Okay, let's say that you have multiple projects. Okay, so let me remove this one just for example. So I'm going to open up my Explorer here quick and just edit this so we can kind of have a sample. So let's do project 1, okay, and then project 2. This is a great way to organize your stuff. What I do when I'm building sites, I'll have 4 websites that I build a week, or 3, sometimes 5, and I'll put that in project 1, and then project 2 will have 5 more. So that way you can kind of separate the projects, and it makes it really easy to find what you're looking for. And I'll put the due date, so I'll put due April 5th, 2019, and then this one would be due April 12th, I believe, is the date for that. Either way, it's easy to save stuff and create stuff in Sublime Text. So let me show you one more thing here, and then we're going to go on to the next one. So the sidebar here, we can hide that. So if you want to use the full screen, you can hide the sidebar by clicking View and Sidebar, or you can do Control K or Control B. Okay, as I say that, it doesn't work. Let's see, Control B. Okay. Then the other thing you can do too is you can enter full screen, and you can hide this. So now you have more real estate to work with. The other thing you can do is exit full screen and then go to view, and you can do layout. So we can do columns. So we can do 2 columns. We can do 4 columns. So if you have, let's say you have HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and PHP that you're working on, you can code all those here with no problem. And you get rid of the sidebar to kind of give yourself some more space. And these are editable in the sense that you can drag them this way or that way. And I believe if you hit here, nope, I'm wrong. That doesn't do anything. Okay, it just tells you the file name. I thought that was something else. So if you click here, it'll tell you what the file name is. Now, there's nothing here, so when you click there, nothing's going to happen. But let's see here. So Oh, we can hide the menu too. That's kind of cool. Cool. See, these are things that I haven't even played with before. So, very cool. I really like that because it makes it really easy to fiddle with. Okay, so let me close that out. I'm going to close this, and I'll close that. Let's go to Atom. So I'm going to right click and hit open a new tab. And what we're going to do here is we're going to just look at their website. I don't have this downloaded, and I'll just look at the documentation so you get an idea. Whoa, they got teletype for Atom. There you go. That's pretty funky. And you see here, this is the common theme I'm noticing. GitHub for Atom. Okay, a text editor is a core of a developer's toolbox, but it doesn't usually work alone. Work with Git and GitHub directly from Atom with GitHub package. So you notice that from Sublime to Atom, they're both using GitHub. They're both integrating GitHub because GitHub is a primary tool that web developers use today. I don't use it at my job per se, but I have used it. And it's a valuable resource to check out because it's a primary tool, because what you're doing is you're pushing your code to GitHub repository so that you have your information saved somewhere. So if you lose files, you just go right to GitHub, pull it down, and you get to work. And also then you don't have to store stuff on your computer. That's the idea. So we got that. So let's check out their packages real quick. So these are add-ons that they have. You can do a clock, display a customizable clock, keep open tabs amount below specific limit, so on and so forth. So I'll let you scroll through these and check them out. They have a lot of cool features with Atom. I have used Atom. I was not blown away by it, but this was a couple years ago that I used it, so it's probably changed and been improved since then. So like I say, I don't have a lot of information on it because I'm a hardcore Sublime supporter, but here's the thing. You should still check it out. If you want to try something other than Sublime, check out Atom. Okay, so that's all I have for that one. Now let's go to brackets. This one I've actually used when I was studying, getting updated on my skills. I was using my iPad to code and practice, and I used brackets, and it worked quite well. So it works great on mobile devices. And I believe, let me see if it's free. I think it was free when I bought it. As I say, it's free and then I bought it. But here's the thing. I think I downloaded it for free or close to free. Okay, you see here? Again, they have GitHub integration for brackets. So this brackets I actually like. If I didn't find Sublime, I probably would be using brackets, to be honest. Let me just see if they have... I want to see if there's a cost to it because, like I say, I haven't... They got a lot of extensions, so that's good. A lot of themes that you can download, and a lot of formatting tools, which in coding, formatting is very important because if you can't read this code, you're going to have a long day at the office or wherever you're working. I do like this. They have a live preview, so you get real-time connection to your browser, make changes to CSS and HTML, and you'll instantly see those changes on your screen. I can attest to this. I've tried this out, and it's very cool. And it works with no problem. Okay, so they do have a free download for this. So if you're looking for a free text editor, this is the way to go. So I'll let you look at that more, but like I said, this is more of an informational thing to kind of get you into the flow and just to see how different text editors work. Now the last one I'm going to talk about on this list is Notepad++. I have used this one, and this one is very basic. Okay, this is off of, it's basically the same as using Notepad. They just added a bunch of features to it. So let's see what some of those are. So they have syntax highlighting, which all the other text editors have. Let's see here. GUI entirely customizable. Okay, so you can tab with the close button. Okay. Auto completion. Same thing it was doing in Sublime. So if you type in H1 and hit tab, it'll autofill. And sometimes you don't have to hit tab. Once you type it in a few times, it automatically fills it because it remembers what you've been typing. Macro recording and playback, launch with different arguments, bookmark, multiple language environment, zoom in and zoom out, printing, multiple document tab interface. So it has the same kind of tab interface that Sublime has. And let's look at a couple screenshots that they have here. Okay, so this is, I'm trying to figure out what that is. User-defined syntax highlighting and folding. Okay, so here's screenshot 2. So you can kind of see the different colors and stuff. And they have folders. So what they do here is if you grab a line of code and you hit this little plus sign or minus sign, it will bunch everything together. So that way you can kind of organize your code and say, okay, this section is, let's say that you have the navigation and it's 50 lines of code, which I don't know why it would be that, but just giving you an example. You highlight all that text, hit this little plus sign, and it creates this little folder right here. You can do that in Sublime as well, but like I said, these are just some of the features that they highlight here. So the last one I'm going to talk about is Dreamweaver. So let's look up Dreamweaver. Okay, so right here. So let's see. Oh, how do I install? No, I don't want that. Let's look at their user guide. So the reason I'm going to show you this real quick is I learned on Dreamweaver. Okay, so if you're just starting out and you want to learn the tags and how to do everything, I would use Dreamweaver, because Dreamweaver has a lot of information already on the in the program itself, which means you don't have to be hunting for stuff. I'll give you an example. So if I go in here, I'm going to disable that right now. Okay, so if I go in here and I start typing stuff out, you see how you already have this filled out, so you don't have to type anything, you don't have to guess. It's all right there. But I don't, hold on a second. Okay, so remember those folders I was talking about? That's right here. So that's a folder. That's a folder. That's a folder. Okay. So if I type, let's do H1 again. You see how I just did one bracket here, and then it automatically is giving me all the tags here. So I got H1, so I close that, and then it fills. So it has a lot of information in the program because it's already there. You know what I mean? So it's saved. You don't have to guess. And like if you, I think, let me see. It's a nice tool to have, especially if you're learning. Okay, I see a lot of value in it. I didn't when I started. Actually, I did see the value, but here was the thing: is when I started learning web development, I wanted to create something that I could make from scratch without any help, without any assistance. That's why I got Sublime, because I wanted to learn from scratch everything: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, etc., etc. So this is okay to use if you're starting out. It's no problem. Okay. So That's all I have for today's webinar. I thank you again for watching, and I will see you tomorrow where we're going to talk about how to get started with web browsers. I look forward to seeing you there. Have a good day, and thanks for watching. See you next time.